Landmark Catholic Church. And one of those are new parishes. Please, my question is simply, I mean, of you trying to expunge or giving us in-depth understanding of what I say, you made a comment. A marriage with a non-Catholic is a smart move to slow poison. I don't know if I put it correctly now. A marriage to a non-Catholic is a smart move. Okay. So how I did understand it is that, like in my parish now, this year, all having and some of them are failing. And if we stand actually on this, it means mixed marriages are also so funny. I don't know. Let me just put it that way. I need an explanation of that time. Thank you.
Miss marriage.
Number 4.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much for all the short of my question. I think I have a question. First of all, how can CMO require or request from their members that they are actually living the required Catholic marriage? If CMO request their own members to give feedback, because sometimes they have talks, they have lectures, but it seems as if their lectures are ending at the lecture center. How effective is it at home? If they can find a way, if we can find a way to make CMO responsible for their own members, I think it will help marriage. That's one. Then 2, what you said about disconnecting from everything and being careful about sex messages, especially the young men these days, they do not know how important that is. So how do we is our responsibility here? It is our responsibility here to tell them. But they, like you said, some of them in the class have come with their own mind made up. Sometimes they argue with us that this is what they want. But for the marriage to be good, for our Catholic marriages to be good, they also have to be informed from some other sources, maybe societies and all. Then finally, the priest. Okay, let me give an example. There's this couple. Before they got married, they met and became friends. One is a good Catholic, so to speak, and the other is yet to be at the same level with his spouse. So the female is the one that is at some good level, Catholic devotion level, and then the male is not so up there. And then they became good friends. That even the man, how do I explain it now? That night she brought him to confession. So he grew in his Catholic knowledge and his Catholic life. And then when they got married, she was to take that relationship to a higher level. Always teaching that there are certain masses, even though they fall during the week, for example, mass on the feast day or sacred heart, to be good as a family, let's attend mass. And then what did the priest tell them when they had an issue and they went to the priest? The priest told the wife that, no, please, mass is only for Sundays and holy days of occasion. He's not expected to attend any other mass. So if a spouse is trying to grow her family or her spouse to a higher level in the faith, and the faith is not helping, how do we have functional marriage? Thank you.
Well, you didn't tell us your name and your parish.
My name is, let me tell you my parish, sorry. Okay, my parish is St. Augustine, Chaplaincy, Akoka. And then my name is Teresa Alakoye. And then finally, the men of the young couples of this day, the men, they keep malice.
Everybody keep malice. Why are you bringing in them? So if you know you want to learn, come online. about marriage, issues on marriages at 2025 conference.
So they know that these women will not go out or do anything. So it's not helping our marriages as well. Thank you.
Please, let's just allow the people to ask their questions. Father, we address all of them.
Consolidating marriages.
My name is Brother Gabriel Ukoli of Holy Spirit Catholic Church in Ireke. I came up with a lot of questions today to our mother, Ereware. She has started answering the questions already from the priest. Started answering the question. I didn't know to this extent she said now, before now. I wanted to ask, is this our gathering? 3 hours, 4 hours gathering every day? Is it enough to address these issues we are talking about today? I was thinking before that we have the liberty or the freedom to make this the way other societies are operating in the Catholic Church, from the parish level to the deanery, and from the deanery to the archdiocese. Why do we gather for 3-4 hours or every day and nothing else happens? Like when we came out from school, Human Life, we are told that many parish priests will not be cooperating with us. Ours is, we are very, very fortunate in my place that we have parish priests who are standing with us. Ours is a school. Ours is not a married house. It's a school. We have these 13 courses are listed. And those 13 courses, each of them owns a handout. Each of the courses we teach is with a handout. So my question is, since it is like this, Mama, what are we going to do? I am not talking for ourselves now. Our own is taking place. What are we going to do? What are we going to do to make sure that we visit from deanery to parishes, we know what other people are doing, so that we have uniformity in what we are doing. Please, let us always proceed straight to our questions, please. And if possible, let us limit our questions to 1. Please, the next question. Number 6.
Consolidating marriages.
My name is Ichie Chuka Umora from Holy Spirit Catholic Church. My question is on submissiveness of the women to the husbands. To me, the area I want to go is, I feel the lack of submissiveness or submissiveness not being enough to achieve good homes today is majorly coming from parents. The environment is a factor also, and I want us to also look at what quantum is the environment. My question is, what is the cause of non-submissiveness in our children today? It's on the increase and it's disturbing the marriages we have today. So I want to also make us look at, in the course of the answer from the priest, I wish that is able to also address the effect of this, of the environment and the parenting of these children to that effect. Thank you very much.
PMAC, consolidating family. PMAC, please, this time is for questions, please. There will be time for recommendation. There will be time for discussion. Please, this is for questions. Go straight to your questions. We are going back We are going to discuss and then you lay what you want to say. P Mark.
Number 7.
P Mark. Father, thank you so much. A father that has not in which 1 year go deep in marriage like this. And give you kudos. Father, my question is this. My name is C. Yuban. So from Thomas Happiness. So our own place at times, you normally come and keep with us. So in that, my question is this, Father. Why is it that our women today always teach their son or their daughter how to live in their own new homes, which always bring a divorce or annul in most of the problems we are having today? Thank you for the information.
Thank you. Number 8. But please, let us try to put our question within the teaching be given. Please, first.
Glory to Jesus. Yes, they said it's only questions, but I will have to start like this. Even before the wedding, the man and the woman that are coming together carry a lot of baggages, which most of the time are not addressed, even when we do about that. Secondly, cultural and traditional influences. How can we address those? Because they are still with us. I've been married for 43 years, and I've counseled a lot of couples. The traditional aspect of our life affects couples so much, even from us that are the leaders. We have our own cultural and traditional practices that we even sometimes want to imbibe on those young couples. How can we address it? Because it's affecting marriages. Party interference with the weddings. The mother-in-law want to dress and bring babies. All these things cost money and affect marriages after. Praise the Lord.
Please, the next person. Please, if somebody has asked a question that represents your own, please, you don't need to ask it again.
Imam,
Consolidating marriages.
I am going to be here with you. Representing the Forest Catholic Church. Amen. My question is, when I talked about secret courts, the question is, how can you know a man that is in court or a woman that is in court before marriage? Because there was a case, people in the Martin Catholic Church here, the Salvador. The priest said that the woman married an occultic man, although he never knew that the man was so occultic. But what saved the woman was Virgin Mary. The woman kept on praying, having a Virgin Mary statue in her room, where in their own bedroom. The man, what did the man now plan how to kill the woman at the last sacrifice to be more rich? The way the man now came, when the woman was not sleeping, the man now came to kill the woman. The man now saw the statue of Virgin Mary shining light upon him. And suddenly the man now fell, started crying before the wife woke up. So what is it that? What is it that? He said that the woman the woman in question, an occultic person before entering marriage. Thank you. Yes, I thought I knew Brother Dike was here. Because I went to the Catholic Church, Catholic or not.
Consolidating marriages.
My name is Mark Chena from St. Andrew's Parish, Ojo. Yes, I was. My question is, so these days, our women, especially our women, they always want to be rich, want to belong. And therefore, they don't care about the reality of marriage. They just want to jump into the marriage. And they want to belong like others. Then, in this case now, what will we do if we facilitate us? Thank you.
The next person.
Consolidating marriages. Honor to Mary and Joseph. You just hear the voice, you might not see the face.
Preparations, and he mentioned psychological fitness. And my question is, we are dealing with the younger generation, the Gen Zs, like we call them. And we know that most of them do not see drug use as an issue. You can say it the way you like. When we were growing up, when you see someone that smokes Indian hemp, you look at the person funny. But for them, it is for most of them, it is a normal thing. So does the Catholic Church or does the facilitators, can we make it known to them that drug use is also a thing to worry about? And when we find out this, can we recommend for them to see a therapist? Because we know that they carry baggages. And when drug use is one of the baggage they are carrying, we talk about anger issues. So can we also talk about drug use? Can we ask them questions? In as much as it is a very personal or annoying question, can we try and know if any of them, the two of them, has been in contact with drugs or is presently abusing drugs or is addicted, so that we also advise them to seek help so that the marriage institution will last. Then the second question is, do we hammer it enough during the classes when we talk about fertility and having children? Do we hammer it enough for them to know that marriage is first of all for companionship and that children are bonuses that come with that? And do we also encourage them to be friends? So that, because at some point the children will leave home, either by marriage or by school. If you do not have that friendship with your spouse, then the whole effort is defeated. Glory be to Jesus.
Pima,
Consolidating marriages.
my name is Fidelia from St. Agnes Catholic Church. My question is also the requirement, premarital requirement. When you said concerning fitness, physical fitness, you mentioned semen, you mentioned blood grouping and all that. But my question is, how can you know a healthy semen without masturbating? And masturbating, you and I know, is a thing. Thank you.
There's a doctor here. Doctor is in the house. A doctor and a nurse is here. As a doctor is there, she answered.
Pima,
Consolidating marriages.
Thank you very much, Pastor. You also encourage that we should try, or the church or the parish should try and organize seminars for intending couples. And when we organize these seminars, we are likely to talk about all these things you have, all these points you have given us. Now, we have also some people or some couples who were not wedded in the church originally, before they started living together. Maybe they joined together through traditional customary marriages and so on. We have issues with those ones. When they come for pre-marriage classes, because I know the Catholic Well, I want the first question. Mention I'm going the other one.
She wants to appear in my camera, so let me video her.
Thank you.
All right.
Feedback. My name is Patricia Halsey. I'm from St. Agnes Catholic Church. My questions are submissiveness in marriage and Ephesians. I've attended several weddings, and most of them will say we take submissiveness in the wrong direction. That when you read the first verse, it says, husband and wife be submissive to each other. And before it begins to break it down, wives, submissive, husband, love the church. So, where do we start submissiveness from? Is it from that earlier chapter, or we just concentrate on the wife alone? I believe that husband and wife should really be submissive to each other. And submissiveness is not slavery. Then secondly,
come and hear.
the second question, sir, is that
Submissiveness in marriage. Who will submit first, the husband or the wife?
Marriages, we said is either something to happen. I can't put it in the right word. But in fact, is it a smart move or a slow poison? Some of us Catholic parents are frustrated. Our daughters cannot find Catholic men. They can't find Catholic men and all that. So, what can we do in the face of this scarcity of Catholic men?
Catholic men are scarce. Scarcity of Catholic men. My goodness. Catholic men scarcity. Happy and joy. Dr. Mrs. Ebiku, yes, live on YouTube at 2025 conference. Yeah.
At my age, I should consider what maturity.
My president. That's my president.
Ladies start on the scene, leave it down. I will consider myself as a matured enough to be the answer. But I see assume there are some of the teachings I'm following just as you know, because I couldn't know how it happened. This mixed marriage we are talking about, I feel we're a center for checking what happened with mixed marriages. Okay. My question is that it's not it's a false.
Please,
are you serious?
Let's know that we are having a workshop. All these issues will be discussed at the workshop. You will come out with a proposal. So let's ask the questions that Father will just speak on, and then we'll go. I think this will be the last question.
Dr. Maurice Madam, the chairman of the PIMA training committee. I can see your struggle over this. The captain said after what you said, and you have wrong audience. You should be talking to married people who have gone to listen, who are not instructors. But now, the instructors now are now asking you questions. The purpose for this is to follow up on last year's training. That we have seen a lot of marriage failures and troubles in marriage. What are the issues that we are not getting right? That's what we call the root cause analysis, why marriages are failing. So as instructors, we are talking about focusing attention on training them using the doctrinal findings of the church. And anthropological factors that are changing. There was no COVID-19 during the canon law regime. Now we have COVID-19. There is no DNA analysis to show that 6% of face children are not fathered by them. So these are the things that we are supposed to be focusing on. And then we are not asking Father the wrong issue. So Father, what are the plans? If you don't have an answer to this, will now direct it to the appropriate authority. What are the plans in trying to really define the bishop's office and the provincial office in terms of marriage? We have seen 2 questions here talking about training and training. So that is the issue. If there's no immediate answer, that was what she was trying to raise an issue. Thank you.
My name is Anando. My question is this. What can we tell couples that have decided that they are going to, they will still be in contact with their ex? Because in my parish, we handle pre-marriage investigation, but that is done after the whole 13 classes have been completed. Then you will be counseling to a husband and wife. Their problem is not that this person is my husband, have decided they are both of them will keep their exes.
Thank you. Okay, I just took what's it as I said thank you. Consolidated marriage.
The youths, the church to prepare the youths before marriage and create.
The last question.
What is the church doing now? What is death after wedding? Then what is the church doing about this issue of they marry there and they travel overseas and they marry again there? And these women here, they are stranded as far as looking for that, thinking about marrying another person. What is the church doing about this?
Glory to Jesus. Glory to Jesus.
Honor to Mary and Joseph.
Please allow me to, in answering these questions, I'm not going to assure us of the fact that I will answer everything. Okay? I will not be able to answer everything. However, for the ones I will not be able to answer, I will apply the method of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Before his election, he went to Chatham House. And then while they were throwing questions at him, at every instance, he kept on saying, okay, for this question, I appoint Dr. Bianca to answer. For that question, I appoint this person to answer. So that's what I'm going to do here. So for the ones I can answer, I will answer. For the ones I will not be able to answer, I will ask my elder brother in the priesthood, Father Joseph, to please do justice to those questions. Okay, thank you very much. Now, to the question that says, how can we have regular premarital seminars for youth in the parish? My advice would be that, at the beginning of each year, it takes parish priests like 1-2 months to draft out the program, that we use in running the parish for the year. Okay, so for marriage counselors who have the intention of organizing seminars, just like I have mentioned, one of my recommendations that counselors should come up with seminars, regular seminars in their parishes. So if you have that in mind, what you need to do is to do what ensure that maybe the first 2-3 weeks of the year in January, take that plan to your parish priest so that they can factor that into the year plan of the parish for the year. Okay, so that would make it work. So if you have a plan, or if you're already monitoring that thought now, as this year is coming to an end, the moment you see that we enter into the month of January, go to the parish office and then present this wonderful idea to your parish priest. I'm very sure no parish priest is going to turn that suggestion down. So submit your programs to your parish priest. Then to the question that says, When one of the partners is not cooperating enough in sex issues, what should the other do? I've said it that partners should help each other, but the more active ones, they should help the ones that are not active to becoming active like them. Okay, so we should guide couples, or we should guide intended partners on how to do this. When one partner is not cooperating, so partners have the duty to help each other to grow. Then how can CMO be made to be more responsible in their marriages? Yes, sometime this year, the CMO of the houses, to the best of my knowledge, had their conference at St. Grace, and the topic that was addressed was on how men can help their families to becoming a model after that of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And the topic at that conference was anchored or was taken care of by Bishop Honor of Nsukka Diocese, right? Yes. So I think CMO they are doing something in that regard. They have conferences every year. They have seminars, and in those seminars they address issues like this. So I think CMO they are doing something. They are not just sleeping. And if a spouse is trying to go to church or to grow in a spirituality, and the other person is not responding, then sometimes the priest, we see some priests say, like that.
It's compulsory.
Compulsory, okay?
Yes.
So if you don't go to church from Monday
Don't go to church Monday to Saturday.
Obligations or ceremonies or solemnities,
Take care of your husband.
it's not the same. Sit down at home and take care of your family. Okay? So if your husband is saying that, you're going to church regularly. So if your husband is saying that, you're going to church regularly, is affecting this area or this aspect of our family, then sit back at home. Yes, but I must celebrate Mass on Sunday. The same thing applies to you. So Sunday Mass is what is of utmost importance. However, if you want to build your spirituality more, and your husband allows it, or you can manage your family in such a way that you go to church every day, and then you also take good care of the family, then it's fine. But if your family is lacking, if the welfare of the family is being affected, please sit down at home and take care of the family. So the priest was actually right in making that statement. Then the fourth one, the role of parents in aiding submissiveness. What is the cause of non-submissiveness? I mentioned in the 4 realities in marriage that detachment is actually one of them. And when I say detachment, it also extends to even parents. Is even their own parents, not total detachment, okay? But in terms of regular having to go back to their parents to discuss matters related to their families. Some parents are also contributing to that. Like I said at my introduction, God created the man first and then caused the man to fall asleep. Just when the man slept first and then caused the man to fall asleep. Just when the man slept, that God made the woman from the ribs of the man. Okay? Yes, to non-submissive. They are unsearchable. Those things to us. So partners and intended relations are made to the person to help us. The partners, to avoid red flags. So I tell people, make your best friend your partner. Make your best friend your partner. And that's something we should always say to those who are preparing for marriage. That their partners should be their best friends. I don't think I would want to harm their best friends. I don't think I would want to harm somebody who is a drug addict as my best friend. I don't want to. And a man or woman in this right sense, we don't want to have a drug addict as his or our best friend. So how do we know if medical hierarchy of truth? A little bit not in tandem with what Jesus has said. Which one are you going to take? So, in fact, what's involved is actually saying there is very clear. There's no point really trying to, make it suit our own personal, interest. No, husbands love your wives, be submissive to your husband. So bow. It's even a way of you saying, okay, I love you. So wives should be submissive. Mixed marriage, a smart move or a slow policy? Because how you answer that? That question was raised by my father, so he's going to do justice to that. So couples that have decided to still be in contact with their exes, what I will say is that it is very, very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Now let me tell you from personal experience. When I was giving my presentation, I painted a story about what happened after our relation, and then a calling me at a very wrong hour. The lady in question actually was my very, very good friend. Before I entered the seminary. I won't say what happened.
Tell us the whole story.
So I very good friend after, before I entered seminary. But the moment I entered, we're not in communication, okay? And then when I was going for ordination, I saw one of her posts on. So I said,
but how I understand it is, it's not that God can tempt us, but usually what we mean is that point,
Francis,
is what save me from myself. Now, yes, we have ethics, we have friends, and some people is one that is hypersexualized. Now, it is something that when you talk about, I would usually say, as a young man, you have an ex. Maybe something may have happened or something may have not happened between both of you. But there are people that if they put you in the same space with for 2 days, you may not talk to yourselves. But you know that there are some persons that you cannot even share the backseat of the car with without you playing or touching that person. So the issue now there is, if you know that you have a weakness towards somebody, why put yourself in a space of temptation to say that, this person, I want to keep this person as my friend or my ex? Because even when you just jump from one society to the other, and want to eat them. But there is a whole generation, it's not the same that spirituality still would go to church with your parents. But we notice these days that parents will send their children to university, and when they come back, are you not going for mass? I'll go for every mass. When you start for every mass, and you don't go for mass today, I'll go for mass tomorrow morning, and before you know, a cycle has begun. There's this mentality that freedom. Now, a friend of mine who used to be a church warden in the Catholic Church revealed she went to Redeemers University. Private university. Well, first of all, one of the problems you have is in our country, Nigeria, if you want to run away from absolute strife, we have how many Catholic private universities do we have?
letters, you talk of the gossip, and very, very, very few others. Even the others, you now ask whether they are affordable or not. And she told me that in that university, when they were before their convocation, they did a sort of matchmaking. If you know you're not as a means of bringing you back. And it was very annoying for me that, people that served mass, people that were lecturers, they go to these universities and we want to go for Shiloh. We want, they begin to call, say, Papa. They say, Papa, different from the book. He say, yes. He said, really pronoun and oh, Papa. I become confused. But now, that is the level we are. There has been a gradual dilution of the Catholic faith. Now, as much as this water is water, if you bring a bottle of Sprite, you can also mistake it